This video is a reminder that you, everyone you know, and everything you love is going to die.
Oh no!
And one thing that scares me to the core is not death itself, but dying with regret. Of leading a life that wasn't everything that it could have been. So me and my cousin went on a journey to ask the public firstly what they regret in life, and then advice that they can give us on how to not die with regrets. This is what we learned.
Hiya, so what's your name?
Angela. Cheryl.
It's Jimmy.
Ken.
Michael Sow.
Dave.
Basically, I'm going to ask you quite a personal question, and if you can be very honest, that would be brilliant for the content we're trying to create here, right? And that is, do you have any regrets in your life?
Oh.
Nothing.
Biggest regret? Mate, I haven't got any.
Yes, probably hundreds, but you just sort of move on.
Yeah, what?
Just wondering.
I wish I'd learned to play the piano.
I'm always living in the moment, you know?
Quite
Yeah,
interesting.
my wife, my best mate.
Wow.
I nearly killed her. Wish I'd have killed her.
Bloody hell. So,
It's a long time. Wish I had. I mean, my daughter was only 10 at the time,
yeah.
and like she left me and my daughter together, and I'm not a problem at all, but that's about it.
I guess that's quite a life-defining moment.
You go lucky. You know what I mean?
I really respect that, Dave.
Yeah, no.
Really do respect that. So then, for me and my friend Jacob here, we're 18-year-old lads, we're quite ambitious, we want to go out and live a good life. What advice could you give us?
What advice could I give you to lead a good life?
Well, you learn from your mistakes, so I would say go with the flow, and you'll know if you've made a mistake, and if you're sensible, you won't make that mistake again.
People, can we just appreciate the absolute wisdom that this woman has just shared right there? One absolute legend.
Go with your heart, maybe not with your head.
God, if you're only 18, don't worry too much about, following the crowd or whatever. Just do what you got to do. Because you've got plenty of years ahead of you, to pursue different goals. And if that doesn't work out, just keep going.
I think you need to be an honest person.
Honesty, I like that.
Just go for it. Go. You can do what you want in life if you work hard and you do it right. You've got nothing to lose, and losing is learning from mistakes.
And I think you need to follow your own, just do your own thing, basically. As long as you're an honest person, you go along and do honest things. Don't sort of try and rip anybody off or fiddle anybody.
My man's just said don't fiddle anyone. What great advice. Don't go and fiddle anyone, everyone. You've learnt something today.
But just do whatever you think you want to do. I mean, don't do what somebody tells you to do. Do what you feel you want to do. I mean, you can't really plan ahead because circumstances in your life change.
I've always been very forward thinking.
Whether it's right or wrong, you don't know at the time. But I've always done what I felt was the best. Now, whether that's right, whether you're wrong, you don't know until you've done it.
You've just sort of got to trust it, haven't you, really?
You've just got to trust your instincts, you really have.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is really lovely. Although I've tried to take the mick out of this man with my edits, he was actually really sound to talk to, and we had a great chat, and it's made me realise that, as young people, we should really make an effort to talk to older people, because it makes them feel great, and you feel great, and it just makes the world a slightly better place.
What advice would you give us to live a good life?
It's for Aston Villa.
Right.
Just enjoy yourself, mate. You're 18, yeah? I mean, I just went building as soon as I left school at 16, went building on with my dad, bricklaying for 50 odd years.
Wow.
People, this is where the conversation with Dave really went to a depth I never thought it would. So appreciate this man, appreciate his honesty, appreciate his story, because it touched my heart a little bit,
How long you got?
Well, it's just as long as
I've
you
got
want, mate.
myself better. Had a phone call 2 years, a year and a half last September.
Right.
Still rushed into hospital, 36.
Wow.
Gone.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
She had a stomach ulcer perforated, liver went, kidneys went, everything, heart went. She's gone overnight.
I mean, it just shows how quickly like life can be taken away.
She's got 4 lovely kids now, so she's next to us for with us. I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
goodbye, Tina." I wouldn't see her again. So I don't really believe in God. Like I thought, okay, she's up there. I'll go with her.
Yeah.
Got off the train, got half a dozen bottles of pills, a couple of cans of strong lager. Damn it, I wanted to kill myself.
Wow.
Woke up in hospital. I know what to do.
Bloody hell, man.
Yeah, but just on the internet, I thought, no, she's up, I'm going to join her.
Yeah.
They'll never go away, but she was my best mate. We'd go everywhere together, football, and we'd go drinking. It was like best mate, you know.
Wow.
Honestly, I literally didn't know what to say. The man just told me that his daughter died and he tried to kill himself and he woke up in the hospital and I'd literally just met him. I mean, can we have some love for Dave? I just didn't know what to say, really. But I walked away from that thinking, God, Joel, you're a lucky sod.
Well, thank you so much for sharing
I'm
that.
having a good life apart from all this shit.
Well, I'm so pleased that you're walking around smiling, you're laughing.
I've realised that I plan shit way too much. Like most people just like go with the flow, live in the moment type thing. And I think I struggle to do that. Like, would you agree?
Yeah.
Like, I'm always trying to think about what the next thing is to try and like avoid regret. But maybe the thing I'll regret when I come to the end of my life is like not actually just being here now. You set a direction for things and then you can't expect your plan to go exactly how you thought it was.
Yeah, because like speaking to people, stuff happens, bad stuff happens, and you just got to make the most of it, I guess.
Bro, a guy literally told us that he tried to kill himself, man. And yet he's still there walking around, smiling, laughing, talking to us, even though he smelled quite odd, but we will ignore that. It makes me think, Joel, just be grateful. Just be grateful for being alive, because it can get so much worse than any of the things me and you worry about, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's one thing for people to take away is be grateful. And don't worry about regrets, because maybe the biggest regret will be worrying about regrets. A massive thank you to Ken and Dave and everyone featured in this video for their answers. It was really insightful to me. With that said, I'd really appreciate if you watch this video featured here, and I'll see you over there, people.